Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's the Turtle Cuber. Today's tutorial is going to be on the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. All right. If you're watching this video, you probably already know how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, and you're ready to move on to something a lot more challenging, the 4x4. Okay. As always, go grab yourself a piece of paper and a pencil, and have your 3x3 Rubik's Cube on the table next to as well to use as a reference, okay? Just real quick, we're gonna first start off with key concepts. We're gonna go steps 1 through 9 on how to solve this, and I'll end with a example solve, okay? It's not easy. You're gonna need a lot of persistence, a lot of patience. You can do this though. This video is gonna be very encompassing. It's gonna cover all the small things that I didn't know when I first learned the 4x4, okay? So by the end of this video, you should be able to feel very confident in solving this 4x4. I'm going to be covering basically everything imaginable so that you can solve this 4x4 successfully, okay? All right, let's do this. Let's move on to some key concepts. All right, here we are at key concepts. Let's first talk about the 4x4 cube, okay? It's a cube, so it has 6 sides, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? Just like the regular Rubik's Cube, this side is the blue side, and opposite of the blue is the green, right? And this is the orange side, opposite of orange is the red. And this is the yellow side, opposite of yellow is the white side, right? That's pretty much the same as the 3x3. Similarly, the 4x4 has 8 corners, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same as 3x3, right? 8 corners. Here's where it starts getting a little interesting, okay? If you look at this 3x3, the centerpiece, this yellow centerpiece, there's only one sticker, right? One piece to make up the centerpiece. The 4x4, there's 4 pieces that make up this yellow centerpiece. If I rotate the cube, these 4 pieces right here make up the orange centerpiece. These 4 pieces make up the green centerpiece, these 4 pieces make up the red, these 4 make up the blue, and these 4 make up the white, right? So if I kind of just isolate it and let you look, you kind of see how that this centerpiece for the 3x3 is one sticker, and this one has 4 stickers, right? If I turn it around, do you see how this white equates to this white? This one blue equals these 4 blues. All right, so these are your centerpieces right here. So if I'm talking about centerpieces, I'm talking about these 4 pieces in the middle of the cube, okay? Each side has a slot for 4 different centerpieces. As it is now, you can see that the centerpieces are already solved, just to let you see it easier, okay? Centerpieces right there, right? If you take a look right here, between the corners, this is an edge piece right here. So this edge, this orange and white edge is the same as this orange and white edge right here, right? But instead of just one piece making up the edge piece, the 4x4 has 2 pieces that make up the edge piece. I'll turn the cube and I'll take a look. You see that blue and red? Let's take a look at another blue and red real quick. Blue and red. Where's blue and red at? Blue and red right here. Do you see how this one edge piece for the 3x3 is the same as this edge, but it has 2 pieces, right? So that's something to look out for. So, corner pieces, we have edges, and we have center pieces. Next thing we're going to cover is something called the color scheme, okay? So if you know for a 3x3 that if you put yellow facing up and white facing down, right? Those are always going to be opposite of each other. Orange will always be opposite of the red, and then green will always be opposite of the blue. When we start building our centers for the first step, I'm mixing it up right now to show you real quick. Do you see how this center, you don't know what center it is, right? Because there's no indication of what color it is. We have to assign it a color. I want to say this one is going to be yellow. I want to make this yellow, okay? How do I make it yellow? I'm going to start bringing in center pieces right there to make the yellow. So it's going to look something like this. I created this yellow, right? So what's opposite of yellow? I have to make this side right here white. So I'm gonna go and do that real quick. Let's see here. There we go. Do you see how the white center? And then we have the yellow center right here, right? What this is saying with this color scheme is I just can't randomly place colors wherever I want to. If this is blue right here, I can't have a green next to it. I have to have them opposite. Basically, you have to follow this correct color scheme or else you cannot solve your 4x4. So what is the color scheme? It's going to be yellow facing up, white's on the bottom. An easy way to remember this is if white's on the bottom, think of red, white, and blue in a clockwise formation. So red, white, and blue. Orange is always going to be opposite of red, green will always be opposite of blue, and yellow will always be opposite of white. So just remember it that way, red, white, and blue. Before we move on to step number one, let me just show you kind of what I mean by that color scheme, right? If this is white right here, and I made this red, this one has to be blue. Because if I take a look at the cubes like that, we have white on the bottom, red right here, and then blue. This one has to be blue. So I'm going to build that center, the blue color. There we go. That's the correct color scheme right there. So now when I finish off making the centers, I know this side's going to be orange because it's opposite of red. And I know this side's going to be green because it's opposite of the blue, right? So kind of study your color scheme. You will run into it a lot. So kind of try your best to memorize it, okay? So I think we've covered what we needed to cover. So let's move on to step number 1. Building the white and yellow sensors. And here we are at step number 1, building the white and yellow sensors, okay? So here's your cube, it's scrambled, right? For this step right here, we are not gonna worry about any of those outside layers or up layers. We're only worried about these center pieces, okay? So don't worry about what the corners look like or what the edges look like. These have nothing to do with this one step first, okay? So concentrate on these center pieces right here, okay? So you have your cube, you pick it up. First thing I would do is look for the white and yellow that already has like 2 pieces next to each other. When there's 2 pieces next to each other, this is called a bar. So right here, this is a white bar. Our goal is to make these kind of horizontal bars, okay? So I just happen to have a bar right here. So let's call this the white side. That means I have to find 2 more center pieces, put them together, and insert it into this empty slot to make this white, okay? So what you'll do is keep white facing up to keep your orientation, okay? Keep it facing up, all right? You can look in this kind of this middle layer right here. This is called the middle slice layer. Why we call it a slice is you can slice them kind of back and forth like this horizontally, right? So look for a white piece, which I found one. All right, I found another one as well. I want to put them together. If I take a look at this white, it's in the top right of this kind of quadrant, right? If I want to make a bar, I need another white piece here, the bottom right. If I look here, this is on the bottom left. I have to actually turn the front layer, or the front side, so that one's on the top layer and one's on the bottom layer. I'm going to slice it over, and I just made a bar, right? This bar, I can move it up to that center. Let's do that one more time, okay? Here we go. I just scrambled it up. There we go. After that scramble, I happen to have a bar, right? So I'm going to keep it horizontal. This bar is on the left side of the cube. I'm going to look in this middle layer. I see a white piece here. I need to find one more white. It's not in that middle layer, it's probably on the bottom, which it is. I have to be able to kind of move these pieces so that they're next to each other. Got it. That's a bar. I'm going to rotate that front and bring this bar to match. Once you have that first bar, the first two bars done, we know this is the white side now. So on this side, this has to be the yellow side. So keep your white center facing down. Now we have to be sure that anytime we do moves that break up this white center, we always have to replace it. So you're able to move this, but you have to just bring it back where it's supposed to go, okay? I'm gonna look around and I'm gonna see if I see any white bar or yellow bars. There you go, I see a yellow bar right here, perfect, right? I need to bring this up to that to the top layer, so it's opposite of this white. I'm gonna make this bar go away. I'm gonna move this bar from the left side to the right side. I will bring my left side down to fix my center. There we go. I have a bar up here now, right? I'm gonna look around. Here's my bar. Here's a piece here, and I have another piece here. How do I get this one down here to match, right? What I need is a yellow center piece and a non-yellow center piece that goes right here, and it's up here, right? So I'm gonna have to kind of turn that top until I make that yellow center with the non-yellow. That way I can bring this left side down to match. I'm gonna rotate this so that it goes on the left side. I'm gonna fix my white center, and it's gonna bring that yellow facing up, or that yellow next to the other bar. I have two yellow bars and two white bars. My yellow and white centers are done. So let's do that one more time. All right, cube is mixed up. I'm gonna look around my cube to see if I see any white bars or anything close to a white bar. I see one, so now I'm gonna call this the white side. Okay, let's look around. So this white, I'm gonna keep facing up. I'm gonna look in this middle layer right now. I see a white right here. I'm gonna keep looking. I don't see anyone or any of them in the middle layer. It's probably on the bottom. It is. So I have my one white bar on top. I have a white piece here and a white center piece here, right? I am going to bring the left side down to match. I'm going to bring this bar to the left side. And since this bar is on the right and this bar is on the left, I am going to do a 180-degree turn so that they both match. I have my white center now, right? So I can keep that facing down. And I'm gonna look around for any yellow bars or anything close to it. I see a yellow bar here. I need to bring this yellow bar up to the top layer, move it out of the way, fix my white center, and now I have one full yellow bar. Now I'm gonna look in this middle layer. There we go. I see a white here on that bottom slice layer, and I see another yellow on that bottom slice layer. There's no possible way for me to get these to match. I need to get one of them in that top slice layer. So this is in the bottom slice layer, and this is in the bottom. I'm going to turn this one to the top slice layer. They're both in the top slice layer. I will slice them together to make a bar. You're going to run into a situation now where, let's say you want to bring this yellow bar up. But look, now you have a full yellow sensor, but your white is messed up. But what happens when you bring this white down and match? Again, you mess up your yellow now, okay? Here's the trick. If you want to get this bar up to this bar, next to this bar, what you need to do is have that bar be above this bar. That way, when you move this bar up, you're gonna move it over to the other layer, and now you can fix your white center, and it will always fix your center. Let's try that one more time, okay? So you have a white on the bottom, and you want to get this yellow bar on top next to this yellow bar, right? You simply cannot move it up to match because it messes up this white. What you need to do is you need to bring this bar up while this bar is right on top of it. So I'm going to move this away. I'm going to move this to the other side. I'm going to bring this white back down, and as I do that, it brings the other yellow bar that was hidden, it brings it to the front. Bear with me, this step really is probably kind of difficult for people that haven't been familiar with the with the 4x4, okay? So I'm gonna do it one more time. After that, everything else is gonna be subsequently easier, okay? But we have to get through this part, and we have to get you to be fairly familiar with it, okay? There we go. Mix it up. Let's do a little more. Okay. How about that? There we go. I'm gonna look around the cube. I'm gonna see if I see any white centerpieces or any bars, right? I don't see any bars. I'm gonna make a bar. I see a white center here and a white center up here. If I rotate it up, it matches. That's one bar. I see a white centerpiece here and a white centerpiece here. This one's on the bottom slice layer, this one's on the top slice layer, but if I slice it over, they're not gonna match, right? That means they're in the wrong location. So this one I'm going to turn. Now I can slice. Now it matches, right? Now I can actually go up and match. We have our first center, the white center. I'm gonna turn it upside down. I'm gonna look around the cube for for yellow bars now, right? I found a yellow bar. I wanna bring this bar up to the top so it's opposite of the white. I can't do this because it breaks up that bar. I need to turn so that bar is horizontal. I need to bring this bar up. I need to move this bar from the left side to the right side. I need to bring down my white center to match. There we go. I have my yellow bar on top. I have my third yellow center right here. So let's see where it's at. Here's my fourth one. I want to get one of these centers to match on this one to make a bar, right? As it is now, I want to move this one down, but I can't because it won't match. I need to turn this one so that it's on the bottom right. I can bring the left side down to make a bar. I'm gonna fix my white center. Here we go. We ran into that situation, right? You want to get this bar next to this yellow bar. I'm going to move this bar up while this one's above it. Move this one into place. Fix my white center. And now we have a white center and a yellow center. Scramble up your cube and practice that. Practice that until you are absolute expert, okay? Everything else will be a lot easier than that one, okay? There you go. White centers, okay? White and yellow centers. All right, here we are at step number 2. We're gonna be building the rest of the centers. So we've already built the white center and the yellow center. We need to build the red center, orange center, green center, and the blue centers, but we have to build them in a certain way, right? So grab your cube and have your white facing out to the left and your yellow facing out to the right, okay? The moves that we'll be making, we can do these moves like in a vertical way. So you're going to be turning the right side away or down towards you, and left side away, down towards you. At no point will we be horizontally slicing because we're going to be messing up our centers, right? So you want to be able to slice vertically, not horizontally for this step, okay? So first thing you do is take a look to see if you have any bars. Bars are good. Perfect. I see a red bar right here, right? You want to make it so that this bar is vertical. You don't want to do it this way because any movements will break up that bar. So let's keep that bar vertical, right? I'm going to determine that this is the red side because this is where the bar is, right? I have 2 more red centerpieces. Let's look for them, okay? I see one here. Perfect. And I see one right here, okay? I have to figure out a way to get this red next to this other red. So let's say I want to bring the red next to this one, right? If this red is on the top right side, I need the other red to be on the top left side. Let's take a look. It's not, it's in the top right. Let's move this to the top left. And now I can do a big slice move to match them. Perfect, right? Do you remember I had a red bar somewhere? Right here? I have another bar right here. So let's make this bar go to the right side. And let's combine them to make your first center right there, right? Taking a look at this cube, I know that if this is the red center, this one right here has to be green. So I have to make this green. I can't make it blue or orange. I have to make this green, okay? Because it's going to be following this color scheme right here, right? So if this is red, this has to be green. So let's build the green sensors now. I see a green bar. So let's bring this green bar to this top layer, because this is the green sensor, right? I'm going to make this go vertical. I'm going to bring this green up, move it into the right slice, bring this back down to fix my red, because earlier I messed it up. Now I fixed it, right? There we go. I have a green bar and I have one more green sensor right here, right? Centerpiece. Let's see where I can... Okay. I see a green here and a green here. This green right here is the top left, top and to the left side. This one's the bottom right. So I need this one on the bottom to be on the top right. So let's go and do that. Let's bring this to the top right of this quadrant. Now I can actually move the slices to pair that bar up. I'm going to move it to the left slice. And I'm going to fix my red, and it brings that green up as well. So I have the red and the green, right? Now the next one is orange, right? This has to be the orange. And this one has to be blue. So let's get orange up here, right? I see a bar of orange. So I'm going to make it go vertical. I'm going to bring this orange bar up. I'm going to move it out of the way. I'm going to bring the left side down to fix my green and fix my red. There we go. I have an orange bar. I have two more orange pieces to go to put up here. So how can I do this? So since this orange centers the top right, I need this one on the top left. So let's turn it to the top left. Now I can slice it down to match. Move this bar to the right side, and now I can actually bring it up next to that orange. There we go. I have the orange, blue, red, and green. That's the correct color scheme. Greens, red, blue, and orange. Let's do that. Let's do that again. Let me do a quick little mix. And then I think that should be good. Perfect. All right. You have your white facing out and your yellow facing out. White to the left and the yellow to the right. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of rotate and see which center has the most colors. I see one. I see one orange bar plus one orange sensor. So let's see if we can get this orange to match with this orange, and then we can bring it up, right? This one is in the bottom right slice. I need this one in the bottom left slice. So let's turn it until it's on the bottom left slice, which it is, right? I can bring this orange down, move it into the left slice to match up with that other bar that was in the right slice, right? So I have my orange center. Perfect. What's next after orange? Blue. So this one has to be blue. There's no way around it. I have to make this one blue, right? I see a blue bar. Let's bring this blue bar to the top layer, move it out of the way into the right layer, or the right side, and I'm going to bring the left side down to fix my orange sensor, right? Now I have one blue bar, and then another blue here, and another blue down here, right? So let's say I want to bring this blue to match this one. If this is in the top left slice, I need this blue in the top right slice of its quadrant. That's top left, this is top right. Now I know for certain I can bring this left side down and it will match for a bar. I'm going to bring this to the right side and I'm going to fix everything before I continue. So I have my orange. It's good, right? I need this bar to go next to this blue bar. So as long as this bar is on top of this bar, I can bring this bar that's on the bottom to the top layer, move it out of the way into the other slice, fix my orange center. And now I brought that blue bar up, right? After there's orange, blue, this one has to be red, right? I already have a red bar there, perfect. I see another red bar here. I'm gonna make it so that this bar has to go up. This bar has to be on top of it. So let's bring this bar up, move this bar to the other side of the cube, fix your sensors, and now we have a red sensor, green sensor, orange sensor, blue sensor, yellow, and white. Okay, it's not too bad. This is the time where you actually have to really play around with your cube and really study your cube until you are very confident in it. All right, good job. Let's move on to step number 3. Actually, as long as you've done all your centers correctly, that might be your hardest part. All right, so practice that a little bit, and then let's move on to white and yellow edge pairs. What? Nice. Here we are, step number 3, right? Building the white and yellow edge pairs, okay? Before we do that, we have to discuss something extremely important. It's an algorithm. It's called the flipping algorithm. You're gonna be hearing me say that a lot. You're gonna be doing it probably a million times during any typical solve, okay? The flipping algorithm is so important. It's not hard, but it's very important, okay? So we're gonna spend the time to kind of drill it real quick, all right? What is a flipping algorithm? A flipping algorithm takes one of these edges in this bottom slice and it moves it to the top slice. It flips it, okay? So follow along. Look at this white and green piece. I'm gonna flip it. It's gonna go in this top layer right here. Here we go, ready? Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. Do you see how that green and white is now on top? I'm gonna flip it, I'm gonna bring it back down, okay? Do you see that white and green? It's on the bottom. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna do the flipping algorithm. It goes to this top slice, okay? Here's what the flipping algorithm is. Away, right finger, down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. It flips it. Let's do that again. Away, right finger, down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. That's all it's doing, it's flipping it. It's extremely important. You'll be doing it a bunch of times, okay? I'll give you another example right there. Here's my white and blue. I want to flip it. I'm going to do the flipping algorithm. It's going to take this white and blue edge piece and it's going to put it in this top slice layer right here, okay? Here we go. Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. I flipped it. It's in this top layer now. Do it again. Away, right finger down, left, front to the left, right finger down. I flipped it. Now it's down on the bottom again, okay? That is your flipping algorithm. I do it a different way. I kind of do it like away, right finger down, left. I kind of do like a small rotation. Yeah, any way you want to do it, but let's cover that one more time, okay? Flipping algorithm on the right. I'm going to flip this white and blue. Here we go. Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. Here it is. Okay, flipping algorithm. Let's move on to edge pairs, and I'll tell you why we're doing the flipping algorithm. Okie dokie, so at this point, you should be able to create your white and yellow centers, and you should be able to create the other 4 centers correctly, right? So if we're looking at color scheme, it's going to be red, white, and blue centers. Orange is opposite of red, green is opposite of blue, and then yellow is opposite of white, right? For this step of the solve, you are going to keep white facing down and yellow facing up. Always. Unless at some point you will be able to kind of flip it so the white's facing up and yellow's facing down, okay? That's acceptable. When we get to there, I'll explain why we're doing that. But at no point will your yellow be facing outwards or the white facing outwards, okay? Right now, we're going to be having the yellow or the white face up or the yellow and white facing down, okay? When we talk about slices, I want to be talking about slices like this. This is completely acceptable. Why? Because it doesn't mess up the yellow center or the white center, right? It doesn't mess up those centers, but we can slice freely horizontally, okay? But let's say I sliced it and we have our orange and green. I can actually do Rubik's moves and it won't mess up the orange and the green. Do you see that? That's why we're able to slice horizontally, because it's not messing anything up. What we can't do is we can't slice vertically, because that's where real big troubles happen, right? It messes up that white, it messes up a lot of stuff, okay? So for this step right here, you can only slice horizontally. Horizontally, okay? No vertical slices, okay? What we need to do is we need to locate white or yellow edge pieces, okay? White or yellow. I need those white and yellow edge pieces to be in this middle layer right here, okay? This middle layer. So, I'll give you an example. I see an orange and a white here, and I see an orange and white here, right? I need to get them together. I can't get them together because they're in the same slice. Remember when we talked about our flipping algorithm? I want to be able to flip this orange and white edge and put it in this top slice. Here we go. Flipping algorithm. I want to flip this because I can't put this white next to this one right here. I need it in this top layer. Here we go. Flipping algorithm. Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. Do you see that orange and white? I can actually slice it over now to match. This is what an edge pair looks like right here. It's two whites and then the two oranges to make up that one pair, right? Perfect. Now that it's paired up, we need to preserve it by putting it into the top layer, okay? So when you have an edge pair that's paired up correctly, we're going to put it into the top layer, okay? How do you do that? As long as there is not a full pair to the back on the top, you can do a Rubik's move or a sexy move and get this to the top layer, okay? So I'm going to do a Rubik's move to bring this completed pair up top. Here we go. Away, right finger, down, left finger. Do you see how that edge is now on top and preserved? Right? Let's continue real quick. Let's look for another white or yellow edges, right? Because we want to look for white or yellow edges because they're the easiest to identify. Okay, I'm gonna look around. I see one. I see a red and a white, and I see a red and a white right here too, right? I can't do anything with it when it's in the top layer, so I need this to be in that middle layer, okay? This is where you kind of have to use some intuitive solving, okay? I need to get this to the middle layer. This is how you do it, okay? I'm gonna bring the right side up, bring this red and white piece in, and I'm gonna bring the the right side back down, okay? Now we have that situation that we had earlier with that orange and white, right? It's in the same slice layer. I can't have that happen. I need to flip this one using the flipping algorithm. Here we go. Away, right finger, down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. I successfully flipped this red and white. It's in the top slice now. I can slice it over to match. There we go. I have another edge pair. I want to put it on top to preserve it. I can do a Rubik's move or a sexy move to do that. As long as there's no full pair right here, I can go ahead and move this up with the Rubik's move. Right? Now I have two of those edges. Let's continue. I see... Okay, here's a situation right here. I see a white and green here, and I see a white and green here. Remember I said it was acceptable to kind of reverse it where the white's facing up and the yellow's facing up? We can do that now. Let's do that. Sweet, right? We had this case earlier where this this white and green is in this bottom slice, and this one's on the top layer. We have to bring this to the middle. So on the right side, go away, bring this green and white in, and bring the right side back down. Here we go. Same situation earlier. It doesn't always happen like this. You don't always have to flip, but just randomly it's happening, which is okay because more practice for the flipping algorithm. It's in the same slice. We can't have that. We need this white and green to be in the top slice. So flipping algorithm, flipping this to the top layer, right? away, right finger down, left, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. I have a white and green, the bottom slice, white and green, the top slice. We will slice it over. There we go. I am going to now actually probably flip the cube back over, and I want to bring this completed pair on top. As long as there's no completed pair to the back, I can bring this up. So I have to replace this with a non-completed pair. There we go. That's a non-completed pair. I'm going to bring this green up to replace it. It's actually going to bring this pair down. Okay? Away, right finger, down, left finger. If we stop and take a look, I actually have 1, 2, 3, and I actually have 4 completed pairs too. This one happened to just randomly put itself together, okay? That's totally fine. We have 4 pairs completed. It's on the top now, right? Now what I need to do is I need to turn it upside down and keep those 4 pairs on the bottom preserved. I'm going to do the same thing as I did earlier. I'm going to look for white white and yellow edge pieces, put them together and put them on the top layer now, okay? Just as a reminder, I don't always have to have my centers completed. Like this red right here, I can actually slice over and just have it maintained like that. Because at the end of this step, I can actually slice it over and fix everything, okay? So don't be so fixated in, matching greens or matching your reds, okay? Don't have to worry about that, okay? So right now, perfect, look. I just happen to have a yellow and blue pair right here, edge pair, right? So let's bring it to the top layer, making sure that there's no completed pair on this this edge side away. So sexy move, Rubik's move, away, right finger down, left. I just preserved that one, right? Perfect. Let's look for another white. Oh, look, I see a white and a blue and a white and a blue right here. Top slice, bottom slice. I can slice them together to match. Perfect. As long as there's no completed edge on top right there. So I'm going to move it out of the way. I'm going to bring this one to the top, away, right finger down, left finger, right? Let's continue. Excuse me. We have a red and a yellow and a red and a yellow, right? I have to flip it to get this to the top slice. Flipping algorithm. It's on the top slice now. I could slice them over. There we go. Bring this to the top layer by using my Rubik's move, right? Making sure that there's no completed pair up here. Away, right finger down, left finger, right? Excellent. By me doing that, I just got a random pairing right there, which is totally fine. I don't have to always have a white or yellow edge. It just makes it easier for the identification process. But because I have an edge already done, let's go and put it to the top layer, right? As long as I have a non-completed pair back here, I can do the Rubik's move, away, right finger, down, left finger. Let's do a count real quick. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 edges on top. I'm going to flip it upside down. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 edges now on the top and bottom, right? This step is complete. At this point, now I can actually align my sensors. And now we'll have 4 edges that we're going to have to pair up, and we'll be completed with this one particular step, okay? Let's go ahead and do one more example of that, the whole slicing thing again, okay? Okay, let's continue with yellow and white edge pairing, okay? Yellow and white edge pairing. At this point, right now, you'll have your completed centers with the correct color scheme, right? You're going to keep your white or yellow facing down, or have your white and yellow facing up, okay? We will not have them pointing on the outsides. We're going to be having them point up or down, okay? First thing you're going to do is you're going to look for white or yellow edges, okay? So let's take a look. Take a look together. Awesome. I happen to have one edge completed already. I'm going to leave it on that top layer. Perfect, right? Let's continue to look. Perfect. I have another edge that happens to be done. Let's put this edge on that top layer, okay? As long as there's no completed edge back here on that top layer, I can do the Rubik's move to bring this edge to the top to preserve it. Away, right finger, down, left finger. Now I have two edges on top, right? Let's continue to look. I see, okay. I see, okay, now I'm gonna rotate upside down. I see a red and white. I see the other red and white here. I need to get this in that middle slice layer, okay? So, using intuition, I'm going to bring my right side away, bring this red in, and bring this right side down. I have my red and white. This is in the top slice, this is in the bottom slice. I can slice them together. Perfect. Let's preserve it. Let's put it on that layer that had the two other edges, right? So I have one edge, two edge. This is not a completed edge, so I can go ahead and bring this one out and put it on top using the Rubik's move. So I have 1, 2, 3. I need one more to put on top before I do before I flip it over, right? I see an orange and white, and I see an orange and white right here. I can slice them together because they're in two separate slices. Making sure that there's not a completed pair here. I'm gonna do the Rubik's move to bring this white and orange on top. Away, right finger, down, left finger. Let's do the count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can actually flip the cube upside down and continue looking for edges that we can put together, right? I see, there we go. I see a white and a blue, and I see another white and blue right here. It's in the top layer though. So there has to be a way for me to bring this to that the middle layer, right? So I'm going to go away on the right, bring this blue in, and bring this right side down. Same situation earlier, but both of them are in the top slice. I want to bring this one to the bottom slice, because right now there's no way for me to match this white and blue together, right? Let's flip this one right here. So, flipping algorithm. Away, right finger, down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. I just flipped it. Now I can actually slice them together. There we go. Let's go and put this in the top layer, making sure that there's no completed pair right here, right? So away, right finger, down, left finger. Perfect. Let's continue to look. I see a green and orange. I see another green and orange here. Same situation earlier. Let's go ahead and bring the right side away. Bring this one in. Right side down. I have the green and orange. Top slice, bottom slice. Let's slice them together. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and bring this to the top layer, making sure that there's no completed edge. There is, so I have to move this one out of the way. There we go. Let's bring this green and orange and put it on top layer, okay? Away, right finger, down, left finger. Perfect. Now we have 1, 2. We have 2 more to go for this one step. Looking around the cube, I see, oh, there we go. I see a blue and an orange, and I see another blue and orange right here. Same situation. Bring the right side away, bring this orange and blue in, and bring this down, right? Let's take a look. I have the blue and orange in the top slice, and the blue and orange in the bottom slice. I can slice them over. There we go. Let's bring this to the top layer, as long as there's no completed edge on top. Rubik's move. Perfect. We have 1, 2, 3. One more to go, right? One more to go. Let's take a look. Awesome. Green and red, and another green and red. This one needs to be flipped because it can't be in that same top slice. It has to be in the bottom slice. Let's flip this one. Away, right finger, down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. I have flipped it. I can slice them together. Now we have our pair. As long as this is not a completed edge back here, I can do the Rubik's move to bring it on top to preserve it. Away, right finger, down, left finger. Let's do our count. 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. Flip it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. We have 8 edges, both on the top layer and the bottom layer. We're done with the step, actually. Right now, we can go ahead and slice so that everything is matched. Good to go. At this point right now, step number 4 is having these last 4 edges around that center layer, okay? But as of right now, you have 4 edges that are completed on top, 4 edges completed on the bottom. You are done with this step. You're getting closer, closer, okay? Stick with it, guys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to step number 4, the last 4 edges. We have 4 completed edges on top. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have another 4 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. For a total of 8 edges, we've already successfully paired and saved, right? Our last 4 edges are located in this middle layer. They're not completed yet. So this step right here is going to address how to start creating these edges, right? What we need to do is we need to keep the white facing down and the yellow facing up, okay? At this point as well, we need to make sure the centers are aligned, okay? So in the previous step, we were able to kind of get away with having these misaligned. Here we actually have to have them aligned, okay? So the 4 edges that are not done yet are 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a look at your cube, and you want to see those. You want to see 2 pieces that go together for an edge pair. And I see one already. I see a yellow and an orange, and I see a yellow and orange right here, right? Unlike earlier, where we were able to keep them into 2 separate slices, and we can slice them together, we can't do that with this one. We actually need these edge pairs to be in that same slice. So if this orange and yellow is in this bottom slice, we need to flip this piece to go on that bottom layer using the flipping algorithm, okay? We need them in the same slice. Here we go. Yellow and orange. This is a yellow and orange. I want this one in the bottom slice. So I'm going to do the flipping algorithm. Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. Yellow and orange, yellow and orange. Same slice, right? Here's a trick. We need to bring this yellow and green piece that's above this edge piece, we need to bring it over this spot. So we're going to turn the top 2 layers. Okay. I'm going to flip this one back on top using the flipping algorithm. Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. I'm going to bring this yellow and orange back over to create our pair. See that? Let's do that again. Since we're done with that one, let's move on to this one right here. I see them. I see a yellow and a blue and a yellow and a blue right here. They need to be in the same slice, so I need to flip this one to go into the top slice. So away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. I have my yellow and blue in the top slice, right? Same slice. If I want this yellow and blue over here on the bottom, I need to bring this green and yellow over. By turning the bottom 2 layers, I need to bring it over underneath this one. I'm going to flip this one down on the bottom slice now. Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. Now when I fix my centers, this yellow and blue will slice over correctly. There goes my 1 and 2 edges that I did, right? What's left is the last 2 edges, but that's actually step number 5. So alright, let's do another quick example of the last 4 edges, okay? So I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to take a look at my my middle layer. Okay, I see one. I see a yellow and a green and a yellow and a green. Perfect, they're in the same slice. That's what I need. I need them in the same slice, right? I want to bring this edge piece, the blue and the red, that's underneath this yellow and green. I want to bring this one underneath the other corresponding edge. I'm going to flip this edge so that the green and yellow is in the bottom layer. So I'm going to flip it using the flipping algorithm. Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. It is now on that bottom slice. So when I return all of these center pieces correctly, this green and yellow will match. All right, that's one edge. Let's take a look at the next one. Here we go. I see a blue and red and a blue and a red right here, right? I can't simply slice it over because it messes up all the centers and it messes up that other edge pair that I had, right? Can't do that. I need them in the same slice. So let's go ahead and flip this one to the top slice so it matches this one. Flip this red and blue to match this red and blue. Same slice. Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. They're both in the same slice now, right? I'm going to take this piece that's underneath the red and blue. I'm going to rotate it underneath the opposite edge pair. I'm going to flip this edge so it goes from the top to the bottom slice. Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. Once that is done, I'm going to fix my centers and it'll bring my edge in. There goes my two edges right there, right? Let's give you a situation real quick, okay? I'm going to give you a situation where these edges are not next to each other, but it's like maybe on the other side, okay? So give me 1 second, I'll show you what that looks like. Alrighty, what if you have a situation where, let's say you're looking for this red and white piece, but it's like not next to it, it's like all the way back here on the opposite side, right? It's like none of those pieces are like next to each other. You're gonna have to use a little bit of intuition and intuitiveness. You have to bring this, you have to basically switch these two edges right here. You wanna bring this kind of edge and you wanna bring it over here so it's closer to this red and white one, right? What you can do is bring this edge to the top layer, away, right finger down, left finger, right? And now it's on the top layer. Now we can actually bring this one in how we did much earlier in the tutorial, right? So we go away on the right, bring this one in, bring it down. Now we have it next to each other. But remember, you actually took a good edge and you put it back in the bottom. We have to bring this good edge back on top to bring this unmatched pair to the middle slice. So you can do a Rubik's or a sexy move. Away, right finger down, left. Now that we've put all those edges back on top, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and we still have your 4 on the bottom, right? Now we run into the situation. Now we can work with this right here. So let's just go finish the two edges, and step number 5 is dealing with the last two edges. Okay, here we go. So they're not in the same slice. I need them in the same slice. So I'm gonna flip this one right here. Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger down. Same slice. I want to bring this piece that's underneath this red and white, bring it underneath the corresponding edge piece. I'm going to flip this piece, the red and white, to go on the bottom, flipping algorithm. Once it's flipped, now I can readjust it to match all of my centers, and that red and white edge is now done, right? Let's rotate. There we go. Red and blue and a red and blue. They're in the same layer, perfect. I need to bring the one that's above this one over. Flip this piece using the flipping algorithm. Now that it's flipped, I can adjust my centers, and now I have my my two edges done, right? And now we only have another two edges to be completed. All right, so that's actually step number 5. That's coming up right now. It's super easy, very easy. All right, here we are, step number 5, last two edges. So you have 4 edges on top completed, another 4 on bottom completed for 8. We have 9, and we have 10 edges completed. We have 2 more edges to go, right? These 2 edges right here. You might run into 2 separate cases, okay? One of the cases is when this yellow and green is already opposite of the yellow and green, and this yellow and blue is opposite this yellow and blue. This is in a perfect situation. You're going to do exactly what you did with the last 4 edges. You're going to bring this piece that's underneath the yellow and green. You're going to bring it underneath the corresponding edge. You're going to do the flipping algorithm. You're going to fix all of your centers, and that's how you fix your last 2 edges, like that, right? Let's do that one more time. your last two edges. So this was like yellow and green adjacent to it, right? I'm sorry, across from it. Yellow and blue, across from the yellow and blue. Good situation. You can either turn the top two layers or the bottom two layers, doesn't matter, but we want this piece to be on the other side. So turn, flip it, fix all of your sensors, now you got it done. Perfect. What if you have something like this? What if you have your yellow and your green and it's not across from it, but it's on the bottom layer, right? So it's in the top layer and this is on the bottom layer. This yellow and blue is on the bottom layer, this yellow and blue is on the top layer, right? Easy fix. You can't simply slice it over, right? You have to flip it using the flipping algorithm. And now they have that situation where they're across from each other. Now you can bring one of the slices over. Bring this, so let's say you bring this yellow and blue over. Underneath this green and yellow. Flip it. Slice over. We have all 12 edges completed. All 12. That was the easy step. Fantastic. Fantastic. We're actually at part of the step right now. It's called the reduction. Actually, this whole method's called the reduction method. We've taken the 4x4 and we reduced it to a 3x3. So, if you take a look, I'm going to scramble this cube. We have our centers, we have all of our edges, and we have all of our corners. Now, you can actually solve this just like a regular 3x3. So, this step entails doing the first two layers using any method of the 3x3 that you know, okay? So, let's go ahead and solve it up until the first, I guess, 3 layers, right? On the Rubik's Cube, it would be the first 2 layers. I'm going to do the beginner method, okay? So I'm going to go green, bring that red down, bring the blue to make my cross. If you take a look, this right here is my white cross, right? Here's my edge with the center, the orange and the orange, green and red, right? Now, let's go ahead and put the corners in, right? So I need a, what is this, a red, white, and blue corner. Let's go and put that in. Perfect. What other edges or corners can I do? There we go. Green, red, and white. Green, red, white right here. Corners in, right? Perfect. Look at this edge right here, right? Move it away from the orange side. Do my Rubik's move, rotate, and I just put my edge in, right? And we will continue. This should be easy. If you already know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, you should be able to knock this out pretty easily, okay? There we go. Oh, one more to go. There we go. That is step number 6. Is just completing the first 3 layers using any method of solving a Rubik's Cube. Okay. What we are going to discuss next is everyone hates it. Anyone that ever solves a 4x4 or any even layered puzzle, they've heard about this, they hate it. It's called the parity, right? We're going to talk about parity after this right now, okay? But you should be able to scramble your cube and get all the way up to this stage right here, okay? After that, we're going to talk about parity and what it is and why it's frustrating and what you can do to keep yourself sane, okay? Okie dokie. If you're familiar with the beginner method or like CFOP or F2L with the Rubik's Cube, you know that after the first 2 layers, right, you're going to be looking for something that looks like a dot, hook, line, or a cross, right? I'm going to show you this cube right here. I have my first 2 layers done. Take a look at top. Tell me what's wrong with this top layer right here. Do you see anything weird? The first 2 layers are done. You're looking for something that looks like a dot, hook, line, or a cross, right? I'll give you 2 seconds. 1, 2. Yes, something is not correct about this. This right here is a dot, right? But there's an extra piece right here. This piece should not be here. This right here is called the parity. A 3x3 Rubik's Cube won't ever have this situation where they'll just have like one edge piece here. You'll need another edge here, or you need another edge here. You can never just have one edge, right? This is what you call a parity. I'm not going to explain much about it. You can go on YouTube or Google it. It's pretty crazy concept, okay? Just know that it's a situation that you'll run into that doesn't happen on a normal 3x3, okay? This is what it's supposed to look like. I'm going to show you, okay? So we do the dot, hook, line, or cross, right? There we go. That's a dot. We turn this one into a hook. We turn this one into a line, and then we turn this one into a cross, right? Okay. If we tried to do that for a 4x4, look at what happens. We have something called a parity. There is like this one edge that's like flipped. It should not be this way, okay? There's nothing I can do right now with traditional like sexy moves or Rubik's moves that will get rid of this, okay? It's still there. I'm doing the sandwich moves. It's still there. It's not going away. Even if I turn that top layer, this right here is technically a cross because this is flipped. It's flipped incorrectly. I'm gonna turn this cross into another cross. I can't ever flip this one over around, right? That's what you have a parity. You can notice that parity is, you'll notice that parity if one of these edges are not flipped correctly. And it's gonna be, let's try, see, as much as I want to, I can't get rid of it, right? That's the parity. This is the edge that's incorrectly flipped. There is a very long algorithm that you have to learn and memorize, okay? This is what the algorithm is. After this, I'm gonna show you what the algorithm is slower, okay? I'm gonna show you how it works though. I'm gonna do an algorithm that will just flip this green and yellow, okay? It's just gonna flip it and it'll go back into that cross shape, okay? Check it out. There we go. Do you remember that yellow and green edge? I did the parity algorithm and it flipped it. Now I can actually continue to solve it like a regular cube now. Okay, now we have that that fish, right? So I can probably bring all the yellows up at some point. Here we go. So let me show you what that edge flip looks like, and then after I'll show you what that parity algorithm is, okay? Right, let's see. There we go. This right here is a parity. It's actually called the OLL parity, okay? That's what happens when it occurs at this stage. That's what it's called, OLL parity, okay? Give me a second. Actually, grab yourself a piece of paper and a pencil, and you're gonna have to write down this really long algorithm, okay? Okay, let's tackle this, okay? This is called the OLL parity, okay? This is what flips one edge, only one edge, okay? I will warn you, it's 15 moves long, and it is not fun. It's not fun. Absolutely not fun. Here we go. Try your best to follow along, take notes, wherever you need to do, okay? We're gonna be flipping this one edge, okay? To make it a little easier, let's go ahead and, yeah, actually we'll just leave it like this. We'll make it easy, we'll leave it like this. By the end of this parity, or this algorithm, you'll see this red and yellow flipped correctly, okay? Here we go. So, when I say inner slice, it's going to be this guy right here. This is your inner slice. This is your inner right slice, okay? This is your inner right slice. This is your inner left slice. So we have a right slice and a left slice. However you do slices is up to you. You can, like, if you do like a slice, you can, if you want to do the right slice, bring that one down, bring that one up. Same thing, right? However you want to do it, okay? Whew, here we go. Your mind is going to be blown. Here we go. I need inner slice 2 times, inner right slice, so it's 1, 2, back twice, up layer twice, left inner slice towards me, up twice, so it's 1, 2, right inner slice towards me, up twice, right inner slice away, up twice, front twice. This right inner slice away, front twice, left inner slice away, back twice, right inner slice twice. Oh my gosh, do you see how that yellow and red flipped? Okay, let's do that again, okay? Right slice twice, that's 1, 2, back twice, 1, 2, up twice, so it's 1, 2, left slice towards me, up twice, this right slice towards me, oops, up twice, right slice away, up twice, front twice, right slice away, front twice, left slice away, back twice, right slice twice. And it reflipped it, okay? That's all that algorithm's doing, it's just flipping it, okay? The cool thing about this algorithm is you don't need to complete it all the way up to like this step right here. You can actually just practice this algorithm because I guarantee you, you will mess up, okay? All you need to do is create one edge pair. Actually, I'll do that for you right now, okay? So let's say you want to just practice that algorithm, okay? And you should practice that algorithm because it is terrible. Very terrible, okay? So let's say you have your brand new scrambled cube. All you have to do is just get one edge pair together. And you don't even have to solve the whole cube, right? So let's go this one right here. There we go. Take a look. Do you see this green and white? All right. This whole cube is not messed up, or this whole cube is not solved yet, right? All I want to do is practice my OLL parity algorithm just on this pair right here, okay? That means you're not wasting time by like solving the whole cube and then messing up the very end because the algorithm's so long. All you have to do is just get one edge pair, and we're gonna flip this, okay? Using that OLL parity algorithm, okay? Here we go. Right slice twice, 1, 2, back twice, up twice, left slice towards you, up twice, right slice towards you, up twice, right slice away, up twice, front twice, right side away, front twice, left side away, back twice, right twice. Do you see how that that white and green flipped? There we go. That's how you practice your parity algorithms, okay? So, give me a second. Let me solve the cube all the way up until the last layer, and then I'll show you the things to look for that OLL parity, okay? Alrighty, so we're back at the first 3 layers solved, and we have this situation, right? Now this is what it looks like when it doesn't have an OLL parity, right? We have our dot, we have our hook, we have our line, and we have our cross, okay? If you happen to skip OLL parity, that's amazing. You don't have to do that really long algorithm. Just know that it happens about 50% of the time. So if you were to solve this cube 50 times, 25 of those times you'll run into that one parity. I have bad news for you though. There's another parity that will come up right at the very end. The parity algorithm is a lot easier, but it is another parity though that you have to kind of worry about, okay? So let me give you a parity real quick, just so that we can, there we go. This is what a parity looks like, right? Here's our cross, but this piece is flipped, right? Because it's not creating our cross. You'll see that it just looks odd, right? This right here, it's not a hook because it doesn't have one here, and it's not a line, right? Because there's not one here. So we know something's off. We know that there's a parity, and we need to use the parity algorithm to fix this, right? Yeah, so you'll know that it's always one center, and there's like one flipped edge right here. This one's flipped, right? Here's another one. There goes that cross situation again where this one's flipped. Let's see if I can give you other situations. Nope. Yeah, that kind of looks like most of it, right? So when you know that there's a parity algorithm that needs to be done, my suggestion is kind of just do it right away. Just get that parity algorithm done so that you can go ahead and continue the rest of your solve, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I see that I ran into a parity. I'm gonna flip this guy right here. I flipped it. Now I have a line, right? Now I can continue with my sandwich moves. So front, Rubik's move, and now I have my cross, right? And this step is the same as your 3x3 step. You want all the yellows facing up, right? So let's go and do that right now. All the yellows facing up. Awesome. So the next step is going to be step number 8, where we get headlights, right? And then we'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, this is the headlight stage. This is the one where you would use A-perm to get headlights, right? After you get all headlights around, you'll be able to see if you have another parity or not. Okay, so let's do that right now. I have headlights, right? I need headlights all the way around the cube. I don't. I put the headlights to the back. I do down, front, down, back twice, away, front to the left, down, back twice, right twice, right? Let's see. Oh, I have all headlights. I do not have a parity yet, okay? As long as you have all headlights, you're good to go. The next step, step number 9, is going to be talking about the parity that will show up, okay? But right now, as long as you have all headlights, you're good to go, okay? Oh my gosh, here we are, step number 9. We've made it. We finally made it. I'm so glad I got this far. I know my cubing journey, the 4x4, was always giving me such a hard time. I'm really glad I can kind of put together a video and help you guys out as best as I can, okay? So, this step right here, full bar step, right? We have a full bar. This is where you do U-perm, right? Perfect. We have headlights, 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 headlights. You can do a U-perm, full bar to the back, and you're done with your 4x4. Just kidding. Guess what? Right here you can actually run into something that looks like a parity, okay? This parity is a full bar parity. It's called the PLL parity, okay? This is what it looks like. How do we know if it's a parity? With the full bar, you can only have 0 bars, 1 bar, or 4 bars, right? Look at this parity. We have 1 full bar and another full bar. We have 2 full bars, right? That cannot happen on a regular 3x3 Rubik's Cube. It can't. Will not. You will not have 2 full bars. You'll either have 0 bars, 1 bar, or 4 bars, right? You have 2 bars on this one, right? The 2 bars can be across from each other. So if you're looking at it like this, you have a full bar on your left-hand side and you have a full bar on your right-hand side, right? Or you can have another parity that looks like, hold on, let me see. Let's see if I can do this for you. What can I do? No. No, where's it at? Let me make that bar again. Give me a second, sorry. Yes, there it is. You'll either have the parity where the bars to your left and to your right, or you'll have something that looks like this. The 2 bars are right next to each other, okay? So that's 1 bar here and another bar here. And you have these 2 that are switched, right? When you see 2 bars, you know you have a parity, okay? And you have to do the PLL parity, okay? So, when you have a parity, you can just do that algorithm 1 time, and then you'll get into a situation where you'll have 1 bar, and then you can do U-perms after that, okay? The minute you recognize you have a parity with 2 bars, you can put one of the bars to the back, okay? I'm sorry, put one of the bars to the side, okay? Any bar to the side, okay? To the left side. You're gonna do this algorithm, okay? It's right slice twice, 1, 2, up layer twice, right slice twice again. The top two layers twice, 1, 2, right slice twice, bottom two layers, or top two layers twice. And then now you have a situation where you have one bar. That one bar, you can solve it now using UPerm, right? So UPerm. Bar to the back again. That's how you solve it using the PLL Parity Algorithm, okay? So I'll show you what it looks like one more time. Here's what our first parity looks like, right? Remember our two bars? A bar is like to your left and to the right. If you do this algorithm one time with these bars to the outside, if you do it once, you'll get into the situation where you can solve it like a regular 3x3 Rubik's Cube using the UPerm, okay? Because right now, actually, let me show you right now. Right now, I can't do the UPerm. It won't take these bars away. Here we go. I'm going to do a UPerm real quick. It actually took, yes, it took the bars away. But look what happens when I do the UPerm again. There goes my bars again, right? They just won't go away, even if I rotate in a different way. Here is that situation. We have the two bars right here. I can't use a UPerm again to fix this, right? I have to fix it using the algorithm, the parity algorithm. So this is what it was, okay? So if the two bars were kind of next to each other, keep the bar to your left side. It's right slice twice, up layer twice, 1, 2, right slice twice, 1, 2. The first two layers twice, 1, 2, right slice twice, top two layers, 1, 2, and now you have that one full bar. Now we can put it to the back and then do your UPerm. Full bar to the back and then UPerm. Oh my gosh, you've solved your first 4x4. Awesome. We have one more thing to cover. It's going to be an example solved from the very beginning, okay? I'm going to give you a good scrambled cube, and if we run into parities, we'll knock out the parities. We'll do all that good stuff, okay? Thanks. Before we continue, actually, let me show you how to scramble a 4x4, right? So just like the regular 3x3, you can turn it 20 random times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 for a random scramble. You can kind of do the same thing with this, but instead of just a single layer, you can actually do like the two layers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe to be on the safe side, you can do it like up to 30 or 40 times, but that's how you're gonna get a pretty good scramble, right? Anyways, all right, so let's go into an example solve right now, okay? So cube is scrambled. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for a center that has the most amount of whites or yellows, right? I don't see any, which is fine. We'll just go ahead and build these two whites right here. I'm gonna take these two whites and build the first bar, right? Got my first bar. I'm going to keep it vertical. There we go. I have one white bar. I see another white right here, and I see a white right here, right? I can bring this white to match on this one. I have another bar. Perfect. Oh, I actually broke this bar up, so let's go ahead and bring this bar back to that side. And we have a bar here. Put it to the right side and bring that up. So we have our first completed white center. Opposite of white is yellow, so I know this has to be yellow on top, right? I already have a yellow centerpiece on top. It's in the top left slice. I want it on the top right slice because I want to match it up to this one right here, right? So I'm going to turn, bring this white centers to match, bring that bar to vertical, fix my white center, and I have a full bar. I'm sorry, a bar of yellows on top, right? Continuing on, I see a yellow here and a yellow here. They're both, this one's on the bottom layer, or bottom slice is on the top slice. If I slice it over, it won't match though, because it's not oriented correctly, right? So this yellow is gonna go to the top left. This is on the bottom left, so I can slice it over and connect those bars, right? Since my white is already completed, I want to bring this yellow up on top, right? I need this yellow bar on top of this bar. I'm going to bring this bar up, move it to the right slice, fix my white center. As I do that, it's bringing this yellow bar to match. I have a white and a yellow. I'm going to keep them on the outsides, right? So this white's facing out to the left, this yellow's facing out to the right. I'm going to be slicing it kind of vertically like this, not horizontally, right? Here we go. Awesome. Let's go and do the red. I see a red bar here, which is great. I'm going to bring this red to match this down here, right? I can't do that because I can't just bring it down because it moves this one out of the way. I need to bring this to the left slice. So I need to bring this to the top left slice. Because when I do that, I bring this right slice down, it will match. I'm going to bring this whole bar to the right slice and match it up to that red slice. Now we have a red sensor, right? After red, we have, this would be red, this would be green right here. So I have to have green here, following the traditional Rubik's Cube color scheme, right? If this is green, I see a green bar down here as well too. Cool. So I'm going to bring this green bar all the way up to the top using 180 degrees. I'm going to bring this bar that's on the left, I'm going to bring it to the right side. And I'm going to fix my red by doing 180 degrees, right? If I take a look, my red is fixed, and part of my green is good to go. I have one more green to go. There's one here, there's another green right here. If I bring this one down, on the left slice, this one has to be on the right slice. So let's go ahead, and that's top left. I need this one on the top right. Let's bring this green down to match. Let's make this bar go to the left. Fix my red center. While I fix that, it actually brings the green up to match, right? So now I have my red and my green. Now I know that opposite of red is orange, so I know this is orange. I have the orange bar on the right slice, which is great. That means I have to get this, this orange sensor that's on the left slice. I need to match it down to something on the right slice, which is already there. So I can bring that down, move this bar out of the way to the left slice, fix everything, fix my red, fix my green, match up my orange, and my blue happen to match up as well too. It's perfect. So I'm done with that step where I built all the sensors, right? So I have my yellow, white, my red, blue, orange, and green. Correct color scheme, right? Because it's red, white, and blue. Orange is opposite of red, yellow is opposite of white, and then blue is opposite of green. Perfect. This is the perfect color scheme. Center is all good to go, okay? Next, we're going to be working on the yellow and white edge pairing, all right? Yellow and white edge pairing. So, as a reminder, right, you want to keep the white facing down and the yellow facing up. You don't want to slice this way anymore because it's going to be breaking up your yellow and your white. You only want to slice horizontally. Now we're looking for edges in this middle layer. Let's see, what can I do here? I see, oh, there we go. I see a green and a yellow, and I see another green and yellow. Top slice, bottom slice. I can slice them over to match, right? I can do a Rubik's move to bring this edge up on top, as long as it's not affecting a full pair back here, which is not. It's an empty pair, which is great. Rubik's move, away, right finger down, left finger. That one's up on top, preserved. Now we continue. This middle slice right here. Do I see anything? Oh, I see it. There we go. I see an orange and white on this bottom slice. I see an orange and white on this top slice. I am able to slice them over to match up that pair. All right, let's go ahead and put that to the top layer, making sure that this is empty. Great, perfect, right? What else can we do? I see, okay, I see a red and a white top layer, or top slice. I see the other red and white on this top layer. I need to bring this to the middle layer. So I'm going to make the right side go away, bring this in with the left finger move, bring it down. The white and red are on opposite slices, which is perfectly fine. I can slice it over and pair it up. I'm going to take it to the top to preserve it. There's a white and an orange here already. I can't have that there. I have to move it out of the way. And I have like an empty, kind of empty pair right here. Now I can bring this up. Perfect. I have 1, 2, 3 pairs. I have one more pair to go to put on top before I flip over the whole cube. I see, what else I see? Oh, there we go. Oh, we can do a flipping algorithm right here too. I have a white and a blue and a white and a blue. They're in the same layer. I can't have that, right? I need to bring this one to the bottom layer, or the bottom slice, using the flipping algorithm, right? Let's see if you remember. Away, right finger down, left finger front to the left, right finger front to the right. I have the blue and white in the top slice, blue and white on the bottom slice. I can slice them over to pair them up. I'm going to put this one on top to preserve it. I have to have a non-pair right here. If I did this, I can't have that happen, because if I do a Rubik's move, it's going to bring this red right back on the bottom now. And it's going to be like an endless cycle. I can't have that. So, empty slot. We will Rubik's move. Away, right finger down, left finger. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 edges on top. I can actually flip my cube upside down now and work on finding 4 more edges and putting them on top. Let's continue. I see, there we go. I see an orange and a blue. Both are in the top slice. So what does that mean? I need to flip this one to bring it to the bottom slice. Flipping algorithm. Away, right finger down, left finger, front to the left, right finger, front to the right. Orange and blue, separate layers, or separate slices. Slice them together. Put on top. Perfect. Yellow and orange, yellow and orange. Top slice, bottom slice. Slice it over. Perfect. Takes us to the top, preserve it. Can't have this one here. Bring this on top. Excellent. Green and white. I see a green and white right here. Let's go ahead and bring this to the middle layer by bringing the right side away. Bring that one in, bring that one down. There we go. White and green, bottom slice, white and green top slice. I can slice them together. Excellent. Preserve it on top. Making sure there's no full pair there. Excellent. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 1 more to go. And there we go. I see an orange and a green and an orange and green. Separate slices, so I can slice them over each other and put that last pair on top, right? So I inserted this non-pair right here. There we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our first 8 edges are done. It's at this point now where you want to slice it so that all the centers are good to go now. Okay? By me doing that, I happen to pair one of those edges, which is perfect. So that's 1 done. There's 3 more to go, right? I'm going to rotate. I see a yellow and red and a yellow and red right here. They have to be in the same slice. They have to be in the same slice. So I'm going to pick this yellow and red. I'm going to flip it so that it goes on top. Okay, so I'm going to do the flipping algorithm. It's on top now, right? So now they're in the same slice. I want to eventually bring this red and yellow under here. But to do that, I'm going to bring this blue and red that's underneath this yellow and red. I'm going to bring it underneath the corresponding edge. I'm going to flip to bring it to the bottom layer. I'm going to fix all my sensors, and it brings over that yellow and red. So I have the yellow and blue, yellow and red edge. We have 2 more to go, right? Here we go. We'll have a red and a blue, and a red and a blue, green and red, and green and red. They have to be matching each other on that same slice, okay? So right here, can't do it. I have to flip it. I have to flip it because I need the red and the blue on this top slice, and I need the green and the red on this bottom slice. We need to flip this one using the flipping algorithm. There we go. It's flipped correctly. Perfect. I want to bring this one over down here, so I'm going to bring this one underneath this one. Flip. Fix your centers, and we are done with all the edges, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're done with the edge pairing step. Now we're going into the 3x3 stage, right? Where we do the first and second layer. You can use your beginner method, you can use your F2L, or you can use your CFOP, whatever you need to do, okay? Get to the first 3 layers completed, okay? So I'm gonna just do that cross piece, bring the orange next to that orange. What else can I do? Bring that red in. There we go, I got my cross. And now I'm probably gonna do a little bit of a F2L actually, because this step you should be able to do pretty easily, right? And then there we go. After you finish the first 2 layers, or the first 3 layers, you're gonna check whether you have a parity or not. Do we have a parity? Good job. We don't have a parity. We don't have a parity. Why? Because we have our dot. This dot can be turned into a hook. That hook can be turned into a line. And that line can be turned into a cross. Perfect. Awesome. We skipped that long parity. The OLL parity, right? Which is great. What do we have now? We have something that looks like a fish, right? That's 1 cross plus 1 dot, yellow dot, or yellow sticker. So it's a cross plus 1 yellow sticker, fish. So we can do soon, right? So do soon a couple of times to bring all the yellows up, right? It's at this stage we're looking for headlights, right? So let's go and give ourselves all headlights. So I have headlights here, so let's put it to the back and do a perm, right? A perm. We have headlights everywhere. Headlights, 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 headlights. Let's get ourselves a full bar and see what happens, right? So we can use U perm for this. Let's see what U perm does. It's at this point. Well, take a look at that. Our parity. Our PLL parity, where we have 2 bars when we should not have 2 bars. We can only have 0 bars, 1 bar, or 4 bars, right? We have 2 bars. We have to perform the PLL parity, okay? If you remember what it was, it's right slice twice, up layer twice, right slice twice, first 2 upper layers twice, right slice twice, first 2 layers twice, 1, 2, and you fix the last layer. That's how you solve your 4x4. Oh my gosh. Practice, guys. You need practice. A lot of practice. A lot of practice. Don't give up. Quick little story. Like I probably mentioned, 4x4 was not my favorite. It is now one of my favorites now. Why? Because I got a better cube that has magnets and it just turns a lot better. But I'm just better at like my PLL parities. And I'm pretty good at my like OLL parity. Wait, PLL and OLL, right? So I can flip this one right here real quick. Muscle memory, baby. Muscle memory. Let's see if it works. Oh, let's see if it works. Flipped it. There we go. So it just takes a lot of practice and commitment. You got this, right? Okay? Good luck, everyone. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I love you.